Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us. We'll start off with Coach's opening statement for tonight.
Big win for us, you guys. Gritty. They made runs at us. Their big three made plays and stretches. Griner got going. Was really, really tough in stretches. Obviously, Diana with a big three to put them up late. And then Skylar. So we could have gone away tonight. Gritty, late, big plays by us. Big execution on a baseline out of bounds play. January made a couple plays at both ends of the floor. So just really, really proud. That's a big win against a really talented team. Both teams salary cap heavy with the starters. A lot of minutes from the starters tonight for both teams in a big early season game. So huge win for us, confidence booster for us that we can play against the best.
We'll open it up to some questions now. Charlotte, you can go ahead and start things off.
Kurt, with Natisha kind of taking Jazz's role until she returns, what did you see from her today and just the performance that she gave in this big game and closing it out?
Yeah, Charlotte, Natisha, again, the benefit of January having one practice in training camp and Jazz not here was she's been our leader for almost 3 weeks of training camp. And you felt this swag about her that she really gained during the 2019 season. And her COVID positive right before we left for the bubble, the late arrival in the bubble, as good as Natisha was in stretches for us in the bubble, you just never felt the same swag and confidence that she has back. And she's just been terrific, but she's been that way all through training camp. And, you know, there's always these unintended consequences. Who's going to step up with AT out for the year? It highlights JJ, highlights DB more. You know, January not in camp, Jasmine Thomas not in camp. It really gives Natisha Heidemann a great opportunity. And she has that swag back, and she was just terrific, made some big threes for us when we needed them tonight.
Ned?
Howdy, Kurt. Congratulations. Can you speak to Dewana's performance tonight? It seems she settled in nicely to her new home here.
Yeah, she's a special player. We're on her that she didn't defensive rebound tonight, but I'm always going to nitpick the stars and make sure that they're, you know, they can even do more. But made big plays down the stretch, got herself to the foul line, made that big three on a baseline out of bounds play. She was unselfish midway through the fourth quarter and, you know, wanted her just to take over, and eventually the ball went through her and she made big plays for us. You just see how talented she is. She's just tremendously talented, played with Griner and Tarazi all those years, still the all-time leading rebounder in Phoenix history. You know, has been a little bit of an overshadowed superstar in this league. And our Sun fans are going to be really entertained by her.
Miles?
Hey, Coach. Great win tonight. To follow up a little bit on Charlotte's question earlier, while it's really exciting for your team to return Jasmine Thomas next game, tonight's Natisha Heidemann and Brianne January backcourt played really well for you guys, combining for 32 points and accounting for 5 steals with just 3 turnovers. Can you talk a bit about how that backcourt performance, what a lift they offered for you guys tonight?
Yeah, they were terrific. You know, against Atlanta the other night, it was through the 3 bigs. Tonight, those guys had to make a lot of plays. Phoenix went zone at times throughout the night. And again, early in the year, you're always going to run into things that you're not truly prepared for. And we had to draw some things up in the dirt and do the best we could. But those guys were not only impactful in scoring in the box score, they chased around 2 really good guards all night long and competed with Diana and Skylar That's a tough ask for those two, and they competed all night long. Really tried to stay in place, and we weren't perfect. We made some mistakes in guard-to-guard actions, but huge performances by both of them.
Thank you, Coach.
Maggie?
Yeah, just wondering what was going through your mind when Taurasi made those back-to-back threes early in that fourth quarter.
You know, it's Diana being Diana, right? That's, you know, she's going to take big shots. No one more in the league takes big shots, and it was that kind of game. So we just there's a game of runs. The WNBA is a game of runs. They made a run at us, and we could have folded, but that veteran group, our starting group, really, you know, battled and then found ways to execute down the stretch. We were the better team in the last 3 minutes of the game, and we came away with a win because of it.
Zach?
Hi, Coach. How good are you feeling at 2-0 with one of the wins being against a team a lot of people think is really good in Phoenix?
Yeah, are we going to start the disrespect conversation already? I mean, you know, Alyssa Thomas is out, Jasmine Thomas isn't here. We hardly have a couple veterans at all in training camp. Everybody in the power rankings can have us where we are. You know, it's a long, long season. We have a long way ahead of us, but I think you see this team can be special defensively. We can be good defensively. We'll have some nights where we struggle offensively, but we can be good defensively. And I'm excited to be 2-0. Having last year, let's talk about, we didn't get our second win for weeks. Like, let's not forget that. You know, everyone's going to talk about New York's 2 wins. We didn't get our second win in the bubble for a long time. So it feels good to be out of the gate here, 2-0. One more game before a multiple game road trip out west. So a big home game on Wednesday for us. Big opportunity.
Thanks, Coach.
Christina?
Hey, Coach, congrats on your win today. Brittany Griner finished the game with only 4 rebounds. Can you talk about the strategy in terms of like how you guys were able to contain her?
You know, we just tried to move her at the offensive end. And so you just got to try to keep moving her and pull her away from the basket at times and do different things. We have a really, really talented rebounding team, and JJ, one of the premier rebounders in the world, Bree Jones, you know, when she gets you boxed out, she's hard to get around. So we have the length to be a good defensive rebounding team and keep her off the offensive glass. And then defensively, you got to move her and hope that, you know, you can wear her out a little bit. But she was terrific in stretches tonight. We didn't have an answer to get her stopped in stretches. She showed, you know, how dominant she can be.
Alexa?
Hi, Kurt. You mentioned the importance of you guys starting off 2-0, but also with, I guess, as expected, Jazz to return on Wednesday for that game. How much relief is it that you were able to get some important wins without her? And especially thinking forward too, with if you add her and then you have Natisha kind of keeping up what she was able to do tonight, what that means for your bench too moving forward.
Yeah, it's exciting to have the 3-guard rotation at the smalls and the 1 and 2, and then you sprinkle in Kyla Charles and Dejanay, both at backing up DB, but you know, when you need to be a little bit bigger on the wings. So we'll just have definitely more guard depth. Really, you know, I want to give a shout out to Aaliyah Goodman with us for these 2 games. Just a really classy, smart. She's going to be a terrific coach one day. She's a pleasure to coach. This is just a taste for her in the league. I think you're going to find yourself back in the league. She's a really talented player. We were fortunate to have her as our hardship waiver player. And again, a shout out to Aaliyah Goodman. She'll always be a part of our history now.
Mike?
Hey, Kurt, if I'm wrong here, say so, but it seemed to me you guys played really, really hard in this game tonight. Not that you don't all the time, but it just seemed like, especially the guys off the bench in the second quarter too. Is that right? Am I overstating that? You just seemed like you played really hard.
Yeah, and Mike, you've seen us play a lot, and a lot of times that credit goes to AT, right? That we just play hard, but it's been our pillar. It's what we have in our locker room. It's a culture in the locker room, and no one plays harder than Bree January and Jasmine Thomas and those guys. And so you just saw it. That's how Bree January plays. That's how she's played her whole career. That's how DeWanna Bonner plays. That's how she's played her whole year. You're watching JJ with a bounce and a motor. You just, like out of sight, out of mind in 2020, you forget how talented JJ is. And like you said, the young players, that's how they're going to stick with this. And they're being mentored by older players that just play hard. Our team wanted this game tonight for a long 32-game season. There's some nights that in the pro men's game, women's game, sometimes don't always have that, but man, you're right. I mean, they played really hard and they wanted this one. They really wanted this one.
B, Terrell.
Good evening, Coach, and congratulations on the win. Speaking of playing hard, you had quite the celebration after Dejanay's hustle play. What's that like, and what went through your mind seeing a rookie be basically fearless and just go at it in such a manner and not really afraid to get their hands dirty?
Yeah, I love Dejanay's, physicality. I love her energy. She's going to impact this rookie season more at the defensive end, and we'll sprinkle in some good games offensively. But she fits our culture that she's going to play really hard, play really physical. She's going to make some hustle plays for us. She fits in really well with those areas. So, didn't play her a lot of minutes, but she gave us that hustle play when we needed it, got on the ground first. You got to love that. And our teammates, she just earns all sorts of respect for her teammates by how hard and how physical she will play.
Thank you.
Doug.
Hey, Kurt. Obviously, Deanna got off to a nice start. You held her without a field goal for a good stretch there. I was just curious if you did anything defensively on her during that time, or kind of what you chalked that up to.
Yeah, we tried to give her different looks. We subtly changed a few things during the game, but honestly, use guards competing. That's Bree January on a one-on-one battle all night. And then we help with the post and show some more congestion, show bodies to Diana. And our post players were really active. So as hard as Bree January was working individually on her, our post players really contributed to showing congestion, showing bodies, just trying to, get her out of rhythm. And she's going to get in some of those stretches, but can you get her back out of a good stretch before it extends into a monster game that she's certainly capable of having.
Thanks.
Rafiq will be the last question for Kurt.
Hey, Coach, although there was a lot of positives and you were able to get the win, there were lack of scoring contribution from the bench. You think that's going to be a concern going into the next game?
Obviously, Rafi, this is the new CBA, right? Both teams are built the same way. A lot of superstar players taking up a lot of the salary cap. So your benches are a lot younger. Again, both teams' benches are going to come along and play important parts, but we're going to extend minutes. I've never heard of a WNBA champion win with their great 11th person. I've never heard a WNBA champion credit their championship to their 12th person. Never. It's the top 8 in this league that win championships. And our bench is going to get better and better, but we've got to win with our top 8. We're only going to play with 10 all year. So we've got to extend minutes at times, and then get them rest when we can. We are getting off our feet tomorrow, and then we'll be back prepping for Indiana on Tuesday.
Thanks, Coach. Thank you, everyone. We will send in Natisha now. Okay, we'll go ahead and get things started. Natisha, if you could just unmute if you're all set. We'll go ahead and open it up. Charlotte, we'll start off with you, followed by Gabby.
Hi, Natisha. This is Charlotte from The Athletic. Nice to see you.
Oh, Annette, I can't hear nothing.
Okay, I'm coming.
It's kind of quiet.
Can you hear me? Was I just being too quiet?
It's really quiet. I don't know if it's the computer. Like, it's really quiet.
Hey, Natisha. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, a little bit better. Yeah, that's good.
Kurt had mentioned, this is Charlotte. Kurt had mentioned just that you had kind of gotten your swag back between last year with COVID and then just not like coming back from that. Do you feel that way, that your swag is back?
Yeah, I definitely feel that way. Just, being able to be a part of training camp this year, I just feel more confident going into games. Just having that time to practice and really get better, I think that's helping me a lot.
Gabby?
Hey, Natisha, take us through getting to be back on the floor at Mohegan Sun Arena. I know it wasn't the same, fans that you guys are used to seeing turn out for you guys just by the circumstances, but how long has it felt since you got to play a game there, and take us through that feeling?
Just being able to, we have like really the best fans in WNBA, and just having them be able to watch our games and, have some of our fans back, it means a lot. Playing at home has always been special, and last year or 2 years ago, we had the best home court record, so that just shows how good our fans are because they help us a lot.
Alexa?
Hey, Natisha, what did you think of your guys as a team and also individually your defensive effort, especially as the game went on, being able to contain, the big three and come out with the win on that end of the floor?
I think our team did really good. We fought the whole game. We made adjustments throughout the game. And as far as defensively, we did good. Me personally, I just had to keep on getting better at defense, just making the right reads and being smarter. So for me personally, just got to keep on getting better. But 4 steals is pretty decent, so I'll take that. But like I said, overall, I'm really proud of us, and I think we did a good job.
Zach?
And Natisha, Coach mentioned that the starters are going to get a lot of minutes for you guys at this part of the season. So are you, you played 34 minutes today. Are you excited about the idea of you potentially continuing to contribute at this level?
Yeah, Jazz will be back soon. So whenever my number called, I'll be ready. It's going to be a good season, though. That's all I got to say.
Yes. Miles?
Hey, Natisha, Miles Ehrlich with Winsider. Congratulations. I think that 17 points tonight has been your career high so far, but you didn't just do it on that end. You also got 4 steals on the defensive end. What was your game plan going into this game, especially knowing that you'd be chasing around that backcourt, and how were you able to balance that offensive and defensive game plan?
I mean, they got a whole all-star team, so we just really honed in on defense. Our coaches had a great game plan, so they pretty much give us everything we need. We just have to execute it. So I think, credit to our coaches, that helps so much. Just seeing some of the things that they're going to run beforehand, it helps a lot. And I think that's really what helped my defense.
Great, thank you.
Rafi, you'll be the last question.
How proud of you with your performance in today's win and a certain double team by Carrington?
Can you repeat it one more time? Sorry.
I said, how proud of you of your career high performance and the defensive play of the rookies on the court?
Yeah, so Having a career high, that's great. My teammates were just finding me and giving me the ball. So, I was doing the easy part. They was doing the hard part. Carrying team's effort on the ground, getting that ball, that's the nitty gritty thing that we want to be known for. Like, we're always going to be on the ground. We're always going to be in plays. So that coming from a rookie, what's coming.
Hello, can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
You're good. Okay, we'll go ahead and open it up to questions for Dewana. We'll start off with Christina.
Hey, Tawana, it's Christina Williams with Girls Talk Sports TV.
I love your Instagram page, bro.
Thank you. So how did it feel to get your first win at the Mohegan Sun Arena tonight? And also just walk me through your performance.
Oh man, I don't even know. It was special. It was special to share with my teammates for sure. I'm just so proud of them and how hard we fought. When Phoenix got back in the game, we just found a way to win. I'm just credit this win to them, myself. This is the first game back for the fans. The organization worked really, really hard today. It was a lot going on, and for us to get that win, it just made it that more special. We would have lost tonight, have been second fielder. So I'm glad we pulled this win out.
Ned.
Howdy, Dewana. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Seems that your new home worked out pretty well for you tonight.
Oh yeah, always. It feels home since the minute I came here a couple of weeks ago. Connecticut is kind of deceiving because when you play on the opposite team, you kind of just stay in the Mohegan. So you don't get to see Connecticut. And Alyssa's been taking me around, showing me a few things, and it's absolutely beautiful here. It's really nice. I love it. I'm happy to be here, and I was happy to, finally to play in Mohegan in front of those fans. So it was just a special night for me. I played against Phoenix. We got to win. My teammates were, they were so gritty and so awesome down the stretch, especially Letitia with those steals. So I'm just so proud of my team.
Did Kurt encourage you late to start taking over the game?
No, I had a couple turnovers, so he took me out and caught my breath a little bit, found my second win, and came out and kind of just, I wanted to win. I wanted this win bad, not because I was playing Phoenix, because I had so much love for that team, but just because it was my first game in Connecticut, very first one. So this one was pretty special to me. I'll put this one at the top of my basketball, resume, and keep it there forever.
Thanks, Dewana.
Gabby.
Hey, we hit the fans angle pretty hard, but just for you to finally get to be here, be at Mohegan Sun. I know you've come here on the other side. You've seen what this arena can bring when it's, when you can get there. But how long has it felt since you've gotten to experience that home court feel?
Oh man, I think they said, I don't even know how many days they kind of just put it out there, but it was just so good to be home, so good to wake up in our own beds, so good to, drive our own cars to the game, but most of all, so good just to be back in front of fans. It was a great feeling to play in front of, the Sun fans tonight. They were awesome as usual. We can't get a full arena. I'm sure it would have been, packed, sold out, but the fans that were here tonight, we heard them all night. They were awesome. And I'm so happy to be here, and I'm so happy they welcomed me here. So love to the Sun fans for sure.
Tarika.
Hey, Dewana, it's Tarika, ESPN Radio. Back-to-back 20-point performances. You've had to put this team on your back, so it seems. But now with having JJ back, you can kind of see the chemistry that's really starting to bud between you two. Talk a little bit about playing with her, what it was like to play with her tonight, and how that chemistry is coming along between you guys.
Let me knock on wood after that 20.2 back-to-back.
Okay now.
Don't jinx me, but man, she's just a competitor. I think we both are just competitors. We just compete, and it's just so good to have that presence in the paint. No discredit to Brianna Jones, because she's just as awesome. We just have great post players, but to play with JJ and her energy that she brought, her grit, she just want to play basketball, and that's what I love about it. She's just the ultimate competitor. She gets me hyped. She gets me going, and she's just a great leader out there. So I'm so happy to have her back. I'm so happy.
Thanks, Dewana.
Alexa.
Hey, Dewana. How, I guess, proud of you, of the team, are you of the fact that you guys were able to go 2-0 without Jazz, with JJ and Bree January only having a handful of practices under their belt? And how well do you think that bodes for you guys moving forward? The fact that you're able to put together a big win like the one tonight with such little kind of practice time all together, with, you know, a piece like Jazz missing still.
Man, we still have a lot of work to do, but I just, credit our defense. I think we have some great defensive players. For gritty, we're going to get after it on the defense, and then, defense is something that you don't really need to work on. It's all about heart and effort, and I think that's kind of what we hang our hat on, I guess. Yeah, I think we hang our hat on at the end of the day. Offense, you can tell we still learning each other a little bit. You can tell we had some, some timely turnovers. We had some bad turnovers. So once we clean it up, but that's all about practice. It's learning about, learning each other. We didn't even have Breon, but for maybe one hour practice. JJ came, we had her for 2 practices. And like I said, Jazz is kind of going to get thrown in the fire with us too. So we got to keep getting better. We got to keep improving. We know we have to be better. This league, it's ups and downs. So just our chemistry on defense is kind of what's, what we're hanging our hat on right now.
Zach?
Hi, Dewana. Your starting lineup had really good stats. Everyone had good stats in some categories. So do you feel like you guys played your roles well? And do you feel like you had a good star group out there tonight?
Yeah, I think everybody did their part. Like I said, offense was a little shaky. We had, too many turnovers, especially against a team like Phoenix. They had some great players, but I think everybody did their part on offense. We scored when we needed it. Everybody stepped up and hit a big shot. Breon hit a big shot before that. T had to steal. So yeah, I think we pretty, spread it out pretty well. And I think that's kind of what makes us dangerous, because any given night, anybody could have a big game. So we just got to continue to do that.
And B. Terrell will be the last question.
Hey, Dewana, congratulations on the win. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Doing well. So back in your rookie year, there was a vet that gave you a very special gift. One, do you still have that particular gift?
Mm-hmm.
And then have you done something like that with any of your rookies over the years?
That's funny because yes, to answer your first question, yes, I do still have that gift. We'll keep it forever. A great teammate, man. She was just such a great leader for me. Coming to the league isn't easy, but what's funny? I just told Dejanay that if she win Rookie of the Year, if she wins 6th Woman, or have a impressive year, then I would do the same for her. So.
For those that don't know, tell them what that gift was.
It was actually a Louis bag. Diana told me if I, got a double one night and then we got the win, she would take me, to get any bag I wanted. So that was my first year in the league. They all had nice bags, and here I am with my Auburn backpack, and she wanted to do that for me. And I went out there and I got the double, and she called me the next morning and took me. Just the type of player and the person she is, man. That girl's, man, she's amazing. She's an amazing player.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Dewana. You're all set. Okay, we'll go ahead and open it up to some questions for Breezy. Ruffy, we'll go ahead and start off with you.
Hey, congrats on the win tonight and starting off 2-0. How you plan to put in the same effort, and what do you miss from the bench scoring in tonight's game?
Thanks, and I think today it was our defense, and I think we just had to keep that going into the next games. We were able to execute our game plan, and our bench isn't producing as much as it has in the past, but I think as we move forward, it's just gonna go up from here. Like once everybody gets used to the flow of the game and everything, and playing together, because we haven't had our whole team together in training camp for very long. So I think once we get more time together, it's just everything's gonna go up from here.
Miles?
Hey, great game tonight. Miles Ehrlich with Winsider. The front court battle tonight, you and John Quayle combined for 22 rebounds, and Brianna Turner and Brittany Griner combined for just 12. When you're going into a matchup like this, where you're two of the most physical front courts in the league, how much personal pride do you take in helping to win that rebounding battle for your team?
a lot. I think it was definitely a key for us to keep them one and done, keep them off the glass. So I mean, even if I wasn't getting rebounds and our guards were coming in and getting rebounds, I was just trying to keep BG and Brianna off the glass, and I think we did a good job of that today.
Other questions for Brianna? Ned?
Set her free. Enjoy your evening.
Thanks,
Have a
Ned,
good
and your
one.
executive decision.
Thanks, Bree.